Hello everybody, I'm Chuck, or Charlie.
No, wait, I'm looking for Charlie.
Charlie. Vietnam vet. You poor thing. Charlie isn't here and he can't hurt you anymore. Let me give you a blanket.
Hey, there's Charlie.
He's crazy, everybody down!
Hi, honey, I'm home.
Home? What do you mean home?
If they suck to sign those divorce papers, then we're going to live together as man and wife. May I plug in?
Oh, you want to play hardball, huh? What's that all about? Bob said he was sorry he cheated on me and that it was all his fault.
Well, great. That's what you wanted, isn't it?
Yes. Which makes me think he's up to something sneaky and underhanded. We have to follow him. Come on, we'll take my house.
Maybe I'll have some tea.
Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. We got it. The Ibanez tube drive. We're going to compare the Positive Grid Spark 40's tube drive app, which is the green one, which is identical to Ibanez, and see if it is similar in sound. Be interesting. Already it's a mess, right? I gotta plug it in. We got the battery in the back, and we got, versus a nice neat package, right? Alright, let's see how it sounds. Alright.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to everyone. I'm sorry if I embarrassed you or insulted you or hurt you in any way. That wasn't my intention. None of this was.
Alright, here we go. We have the Spark 40 set on the acoustic setting. We have all the effects turned off with reverb, delay, mod, drive, and compressor. The only thing that I have on is noise gate, and that doesn't really make any difference in the tone. And they are using the jumbo amp. And I suppose I should bring the bass down to around 5.0. Pretty much tone flat. All the knobs are 12 o'clock. A nice clean tone. And this is about having a nice clean amplifier sound before we turn the drive on. Here we go. Let's step it. And we have the tube drive, which I do notice Ibanez calls theirs the Tube Screamer. I don't know if we can see Tube Screamer on there now. Yeah, it's good. And for licensing fees, it looks like Positive Grid calls theirs the Tube Drive, so but it's all the same color. So let's see if it sounds anywhere near the same. Alright, we've put the two mixes into our DAW, and I'll tell you what, listening to it through the headphones and the monitors, just doing the recording portion of it, I am like really impressed. For the money, for $259 to get the Spark, to get the app, get the tube drive. If you bought the tube drive separately, that's going to be another 90, so it'd be like 350 bucks. And I think the tone is like phenomenal right out of the box. Just to remind you, these are dry recordings. Generally, I put it in the DAW, kick on some compression, kick on some EQ, maybe a little chorus. You don't know what you're going to do. Depends on what you're recording. And you can take the Spark and make it brilliant. Another thing that they just done is add the EQ into that, and that is a game changer for it. I did not add any EQ to any of these mixes. That left that out. So it's a very dry recording, very clean. So when we put the tube drive on for comparison, it's a clean slate in the background. We're just hearing the tube drive. As clean as I can get it without adding any effects whatsoever at all. I was gonna wrap this up in like 2 seconds to get to do the final mix, and then we'll discuss on the sound comparison after we get it in there. So yeah, right now, get it in there. It's a dry recording. It is a stereo recording. What I'm using, Positive Grid, is, since I haven't figured out the USB for a year, I can't. I keep going over the AISO driver. It's in the computer. I just loaded it again. It says finish. It's in there. It's all set to go. And I click on the link for Positive Grid, and it's not connected. The AISO driver. So again, I find it very easy to use the headphone out, stereo 1/8 inch out into 2 XLR left and right, and it sounds phenomenal. It's like I've got no complaints whatsoever with the sound quality. That's why generally I don't worry, but once in a while I had the firmware upgrade, I had the cord plugged in, let's try the, see if we're gonna, no, can't get it to go. Everything else works by its FX. That's in there. The BiFX2, I just put in the bias amp. You can change out tubes, change out transformers, capacitors, you build the amp. It's like, I'll get into that in another video, When I was a kid, the Radio Shack, it's closed now. It used to be the best store ever when I was a kid. I'm ancient, man. Like I said, this is Howdy Doody time. I grew up with 3 TV channels, and it's just amazing that technology has come so far. So let's get everything into a comparison, and we'll get back. All right, we are back. We're going to do the sound comparison between Real-World and virtual reality. Real-World is going to be on the left channel. Virtual reality is on the right. Without any effects, which it should. I like it. So far, sounds really close. I mean, they're mimicking it really well for, how can I say not studio quality? It's pretty damn close. Alright, so when I bought the Spark, I had no idea that they were modeling after the real deal as closely as they are. I'm shocked that the tone, the warmth, no matter what settings you were on, it's matched pretty damn close. If not, almost identical. I would love to do a blindfold touch left and right. Hey, guess which one? Might be interesting to do that. And I'm sure with Ableton, put a little bit of compression in there on the virtual reality, and it could probably easily sound better than the original. As I said, it's a lot of money to make these cases. This is, you could drop this thing off of a, roof onto a concrete slab, and it's going to survive. It may get banged up, but it's going to survive, It's tough. So manufacturing costs of this box, switches, these knobs, in and out jack on every single one, and it weighs a ton. It's solid. So versus virtual reality, they're eliminating all those costs, packaging, distribution, shipping. No, I've done it. I can't get the battery where it needs to be. So that's how they save a lot of money in the software end with Positive Grid. So